Kings and queens, my brothers and sisters, how you doing? Welcome. Listen, my name is Domino Games 365, and you're watching Sweat Now Talk Later. So in this video, I wanted to share with y'all what it takes to eating healthy. You know, it's a very simple mindset, and I adopted this mindset a while back. And anybody can have this mindset. Anybody. It doesn't matter if you're young, old, blind, can't see, can't hear. You know, anybody could have this mindset. You know, it's a very simple mindset. Eating good or eating tasty. So now when you have those two categories of eating good and eating tasty, you now have a gauge, you know, because I've tried counting calories, right? A guy like me, you know, if I wanted to maintain my weight, I'm about 207, I think about 207, 206. Since I stopped eating meat, my weight has been a little bit more leaner, but 207. And I've noticed that in certain areas, I feel different and I look different. Like in my stomach, you know, I feel different and I look different. I'm not as heavy around the waistline. You know, I'm not as heavy around the waistline. Now this is the morning. Right now it's about 10:33, and this is what we get into 10:33. So this morning I got up, I ate like a banana, orange, and I drank some ginger tea. But this is actually pretty good right here compared to when I was eating meat, cheese, everything right here just get really blocky. And I got a really big waist. I shared the story with y'all. My wife caught me one time and I was eating Frosted Flakes and I added Oreos in the Frosted Flakes. Yes, Oreos in the Frosted Flakes. And it was so good. It was so good. But the opposite of that is I also eat Frosted Flakes and I'll put peanuts in there. You know, I'll put like sliced up bananas. I'll put sliced up strawberries. You know, I'll put fruits in there. So, you know, eating good and eating tasty. The mindset I have there now, once you got eating good, eating tasty, the final mindset you want to think about now is think about a GPS, right? A GPS, if you put home in your GPS and you lock in the home and it says where you're traveling from now, right? Where you at now. So you got to be where you at now to home, and you're driving. If you make a wrong turn, that GPS is going to reroute you, right? If there's traffic sometime, or if you got Waze, if there's 50, that GPS is going to reroute you. But once that GPS reroute you, it gets you where you need to go. So, because that's where you have home locked in. So sometimes we have home locked in, how we see ourselves, the way we eat, right? How we look, right? How we talk, how we think, how we feel. We have an image of how we see ourselves. We have a home base of how we see ourselves, and we have to change that as well. So you could eat good, you could eat tasty, but if you have that home base locked in, because you need both, you need good and tasty, right? You need good and bad, right? What's winning without losing? Now, having a mindset that food is neither bad or good, it's very important. It's very important because now you stay away from guilt. You know, you stay away from binge eating or feeling bad for what you eat, right? Think about it. There's good foods, bad foods, great foods, better foods, healthy foods, tasty foods, all types of foods. Food is just food, right? Every food has a unit of energy towards it, which is what calories are, right? Your fats, protein, carbs, right? You have different, you get into your macros, your micros, and we're not going to dive into all of that. We're keeping it real simple. Just know food is a unit of energy. Food has energy, right? So now you have food that has purpose with it. Certain foods are better at certain times of the day. So when you're eating foods that are easier to break down, it fuels the body a lot faster. Plus, they keep the body charged. Now, here's what I mean by that, right? I got my ginger tea, you know, you got oranges, you know, fruits, you know, pineapples. The body breaks these down a lot faster. So these fruits, right, they'll help you charge the body. You know, sometimes somebody will say too much sugar is not good for you. Oh wait, your fruits got sugar. So too much fruit sugar is not good for you. Hold on one second. This is my Frosted Flakes. I mean, I don't know where the box is, but if you look at the bottom of it, what's that? That's sugar. So sugar. If you had to choose, what kind of sugar do you want? This sugar or you want this sugar? Well, I would take this sugar all day, every day, because I know at least with this sugar, I'm getting vitamin C. This is a fruit. You know, humans, we can thrive with fruits and vegetables. You know, we can eat what do we got to eat, but we can thrive and feel a lot better from these, right? So this bad boy, I use this after my workouts. This is my protein shake. This is my protein shake. I use that. Some people use muscle milk. Some people use, I used to go to GNC. GNC used to have everything. I used to get stuff from GNC. But then I realized that, hold up, I'm sending people to GNC. I'm going to GNC. I'm putting money in GNC's pocket. I'm getting muscle milk, but how much is GNC putting in my family's pocket? So then I realized, how can I start my own supplement company? How can I get a company to sponsor me? Because if you look at LeBron or sports, when Gatorade sponsors them, they get paid. Look at Nike, when Nike sponsors them, they get paid. So Herbalife sponsored me. And whenever I use these products, boom, I save money. But when I help somebody else use the products, I get paid. So it's a win-win solution for me, right? So listen, at the end of the day, focus on those three things. You know, the mindset of eating good, eating tasty, right? And changing your home base. Changing your home base of how you truly see yourself. You know, changing your home base of seeing yourself at your desired weight. And how you got to do that is you got to see yourself with the end in mind. You know, you got to go in your imagination and you got to see yourself. And at the same time, you got to also physically do the work. You know, you got to do both. You got to burn the candle from both ends. You see how they got the candle, they got the flame on top? Well, we're going to rotate this candle to the side and we're going to burn the candle on both ends. And sooner or later, those candles are going to meet right in the middle. So don't sit there and think about, oh, the law of attraction. You know, I'm gonna lose weight just by visualizing and seeing myself looking nice. No, you could be sitting there seeing yourself and you be hungry on the couch watching TV and you sitting there visualizing. Well, the food's not gonna cook itself, right? You still gotta get up and go get the food, right? You could visualize the end in mind. Or a friend of yours could come, ring your doorbell and say, hey, I was in the neighborhood, I picked up some Chinese food, or I picked up some Jamaican food, or, you know, I picked up some Haitian food, you know, or I picked up some Southern food or whatever. I picked up some food from whatever. They picked up something, you know, and they brought you food. So yes, you know, the law of attraction works in different ways where food can come to you from different avenues and different sources. What we're talking about here is we're talking about taking control on both ends, taking control on the physical end, where you're taking action, and taking control on the mental end, where you're also taking control as well. So for permanent change to happen, or for more longer change, or more lasting change, or for the change of the habit, because if you decide to hit a goal and say, hey, I'm gonna lose 20 pounds, boom, you're gonna lose 20 pounds. But then after you lose 20 pounds, then what? Then what? Right? It's like players when they want to go to the NBA, you know, they'll work very hard, or any professional sport, you know, basketball, wherever, or any musician, any music industry, or just anything, and they say, hey, I want to go because I want to buy my mama a house. I want to go because I want to buy a car. I want to make $1 million. You know, I want to play on a professional level. I want to win a championship. You know, they'll go and I got this on Kobe Bryant, you know, one of the greatest players that ever lived, you know, one of my favorite players. You know, he said a lot of players went to the NBA because they wanted to buy their mama a house. And when they bought her the house, do you think they still had that hunger? No. Or what about when they made $1 million? Did they still have that hunger? No, right? He wanted to win multiple championships. So when he won one, he wanted to win more. So he always was hungry. Right? So you got to always be hungry in your mind that the body itself is long-term, and everything you do got to set you up on a path to hit that journey, but at the same time hit that destination. So success is a journey and a destination. Why? Because we're gonna rock with both. That's the power of the in and out, up, down, hot, cold. Come here. Hey, who's a winner?
Me.
Who's a champ?
Me.
Who's a superstar?
Me.
How much push-ups you could do?
5.
5? You could do more push-ups than that. Say hi.
Hi.
Say hi.
Hi.
Say sweat, not talk later.
So don't talk later.